noise. Ooh.
What?
Look at the water. It's like dark, oily shit in the water. Yeah. What is that black, oily stuff? I mean, is it old? It looks like old oil.
Well, it's probably, I mean, diesel is oil. First of all, it sucks that it's going in the water, but diesel is oil, and black smoke usually indicates unburned fuel. So my guess is that's unburned diesel mixed with exhaust gas rather than engine oil. Watch it.
Okay. I will. Still clear. Water's a little bit black now. Little bit of smoke. More smoke. Stinky. Okay. As you started to rev it up more and more, all of a sudden, at some point, a little bit of smoke, black smoke started to come out, and then you revved it up a little bit more, and then all of a sudden there was a grinding noise, and at the same time, like a big poof of black smoke, and then it kind of disappeared. And I don't know.
Now the working theory is that the engine was run cold almost always. We're already at close to the end of a service interval for inspection for the exhaust elbow, the manifold. So my guess is it was just kind of run cold all the time, and that thing clogged up early, and we're just getting a lot of back pressure. So unfortunately, the only way we can get to that is to remove the manifold itself where it attaches to the engine. You know, we're gonna have to take the whole thing apart, and we don't have some of the tools that I need to do this. I need like a big ass wrench with a breaker bar and a vise and, you know. Win some, Kiapa Nui.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, Erwin, how are you guys?
So how you doing on your mixer?
Well, we're at the stage where we need a friend with a brake bar and a vise, something like that. Over.
Anytime you're ready, come on over.
Hello. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, my legs, man. This is great up here. That's brilliant.
So now I have a place for the vise, and I have a extra bright LED there.
Yeah. I never knew that. Because it's threaded. It's threaded weird.
It's tightening, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which way it's threaded. I just know that it's not standard. It's not every day you get a nuclear engineer working on your. As I understand it, he built this boat completely himself.
Well,
Using
he brought
wood
it from the Holland deck. Spent 3 years working on the boat in the yard at Redwood City. Anyway, he launched Winsome in 1979, and we say we're still building her after all these years. 42 years later, Erwin says, I can't believe I'm still on this boat. I thought I'd have moved on.
You have this like light
ranks.
coming down upon
Look at
Erwin, and it looks like it's like the light from God is shining down on you.
Like leftover from when he worked on the reactors.
There you go.
The light's actually shining
glowing.
out.
He's glowing.
Erwin's glowing.
Erwin's actually 26. He just got discharged. Thanks for your service.
I can't get enough torque.
It was a thought.
It was a thought.
Erwin, got in there with the coat hanger. That we don't have a wire coat hanger, but we got creative. We were able to get a blade from a hacksaw, but curved it and got it through one end of the mixing elbow. And then also look at this. These come in really handy. They're metal skewers, but you can bend it, and Ryan was getting in the exhaust elbow with this. Had to get creative, and it worked.
I've got more practice poking holes through holes.
He really is really quick at this, and clever and savvy. He's got one gift. You got more than one gift.
I'm gifted.
You were in the gifted program.
Yeah.
While Ryan was down in the engine getting that mixing elbow off, while he was down there, he decided to take out the fuel filter. I forgot what it was. Fuel filter, because he's really anal about clean fuel. It's a bit dirty. So the engine was still getting clean fuel, but who knows how long that's gonna last. But this bowl is gonna get nice and clean, so then we don't have to worry about it. Oh, the things when you own a new boat, when you get a new boat, your maintenance list is kind of long, and we've been chiseling at it. Slowly, but we're getting to it. 19. Okay, 22 RPMs.
24, be ready to go down quickly.
Okay.
Give it 25.
27 RPMs.
Okay, bring it down steady, down to neutral.
And no smoke?
I want to sea trial it before I call it fixed, but there's no more smoke and we were at full throttle. It was either the elbow and whatever little teeny bit we got out made the difference. There was also something obscure I read about.
Ryan went on and on and on about cylinders and air and combustion and timing and on and on and on.
The bottom line is some combination of cleaning out the elbow, replacing the air filter with a new one, not just taking the old one off. Cleaning the fuel filters seems to have, if not solved the problem, at least it solved the problem at anchor. So now we have to take her out and see how she does underway.
You get a kiss for that.
She get more than a kiss.
You did this morning.
We get a kiss anywhere interesting.
Babe, is there anything that people can do to prevent this problem?
Yeah, I mean, assuming it was the exhaust riser, the worst thing you could possibly do is to run your engine cold. So if you run your engines to charge your batteries or run your refrigerator or something like that, make sure that every couple hours you do that, you at least blast them full throttle for, I don't know, 5-10 plus minutes, get them up absolute max operating temperature, just try to blast out that carbon. And that really helps keep the exhaust hoses and the exhaust risers and the manifolds and all that clear of that gunky carbon buildup. The other thing is on Yanmars, the mixing elbows and the exhaust manifold, if you have the two-part one, is they're considered consumables. So every couple of years or 1,000 hours or so, you have to check the manual for the specifics, but you're supposed to just throw them away and put a new one in. And in the meantime, you can just kind of get in there and kind of chisel it out a little bit like what we did. And some combination of all of that should keep your engine from smoking.
Today's the actual testing day to see if clearing out the exhaust elbow really helps. Look at that. It's clear and there's no smoke. And Ryan revved it up to what RPMs, babe? 2,500? 2,500 RPMs and all good. But except now, of course, all of a sudden, port engine started doing it. Black water, black smoke. Well, now we know what we have to do. Now it's time to sail. We have like 4 knots of wind and we are aiming straight for another boat. Look who it is. It's Naoma! Yay!
Hey, good to see you, brother. Could I get you to bear away a few degrees? Because I'm pinched up pretty high right now and I won't be able to get over you without tacking otherwise. Okay, we'll see you in a few minutes or longer if the wind stays like this.
Maybe a few hours.
Either way, looking forward to it, brother. I'll be standing by on 17.
Fancy meeting you here! Yay! Woohoo! We are really close.
It'll still take us 20 minutes to hit each other.
Yo! Bye, Naoma! Well, we're back at the marina. We were smokeless for a little bit, and then it started to come back again when he upped the RPMs. And of course, port had to start also. So it's kind of interesting that both engines are roughly around the same time this is happening. So we have the Yanmar mechanic dude here. There's a little bit of black. There we go. There we go. Now there's smoke. Yeah.
Okay, so that was 3,200. Usually the problem is at 2,500, so this was better than before. Maybe the other side is a bigger problem. When we had a load on the engine, we were maneuvering, it would much smoke at a low RPM.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes. Because in the neutral is very different for the effort.
Yeah.
The same.
Of course.
I'm interested to see what he finds out. What do you think is going on? I have no idea what's going on. This is way, way out of my department. So I'm gonna go back to doing laundry instead.
You have any idea what you're talking about?
Air filter. Make sure it's not disintegrated.
If I told Nicole that the frisculating gonculator was jackified, she'd be like, check your gonculators.
No, I'm not that gullible. Okay, you may continue.